Have you ever noticed an unusual energy around your home? Or maybe you've just felt like something's just a little bit off in your space? Well, with Samhain approaching, the veil between the worlds is at its thinnest, and mirrors, believed to be portals between realms, can easily invite unwanted spiritual activity into your home. But don't worry, because in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to lock your mirrors and protect your space from any unwanted energies. So stay tuned, because this simple yet powerful ritual could change how you feel in your home, especially during heightened spiritual times like Samhain. I'm Emma Louise Dyson, and welcome back to the Wild and Untamed Way. So with Samhain approaching, the energy is definitely shifting, right? Are you feeling it? And we're entering a time now where the veil between the living and the spirit world is thinner than ever. So this makes it a really important moment to think about how we can protect our homes and our energies from any unwanted spiritual activity. One of the most effective tools for maintaining these boundaries is by locking your mirrors. So mirrors have long been seen as gateways between realms, capable of reflecting not just physical images, but also spiritual energy. So today, I'll be walking you through a very simple but powerful ritual that will help you to lock your mirrors and keep away unwanted energies, ensuring that only positive energy flows through your space. Before we get into the ritual, though, it's really important to understand why mirrors hold such significant spiritual significance. So throughout the history of the world, right, they've been seen as more than just reflective surfaces. In fact, in many cultures, mirrors are believed to act as gateways or portals to other realms. And this belief has been found across different cultures and across different times. In Mesoamerican culture, mirrors were used in rituals, and they were often buried in tombs to connect with the afterlife. They were considered powerful tools for communicating between the dead and the living. In ancient Greece, ritual spaces were created where mirrors were used for necromancy and for communicating with spirits. And people believed that by gazing into a mirror in a darkened room, they could receive messages from the other side. Even in shamanic traditions, especially in Mongolian and Shinto practices, mirrors were actually considered living objects that housed spirits. And they were used in rituals for protection and communication with the spiritual realms. The belief that mirrors act as gateways or protective objects is a reoccurring theme across so many different spiritual systems. So why does this matter? Well, during Samhain, the energy is heightened, and mirrors, because of their reflective nature, can become doorways for spirits to enter. That's why it's really important to lock these portals, creating really strong boundaries to protect your space from any unwanted spiritual activity. While locking mirrors is an important step in protecting your home from unwanted spiritual activity, it's even more effective when it's combined with other protection techniques. So I always recommend layering your protection to create a really strong energetic boundary, especially during times like Samhain. So I'll be sharing with you how to lock your mirrors in just a moment, but here are a few additional ways that you can just reinforce the protection of your space. Number one, salt lines. So one of the most powerful methods is placing salt along windowsills, along doorways, any other entry points to really block out negative energy. Salt has been used for purification and for protection forever in so many different spiritual traditions, and it acts as a barrier against unwanted energies. Number two are black candles. Lighting a black candle can add another layer of protection. Black candles symbolize banishing negativity. They symbolize shielding your space from malevolent spirits. And as the candle burns, set the intention that its flame will protect your home from any harmful energies. And number 3, crystals for protection. So placing protective crystals like black tourmaline or obsidian or even amethyst near your mirrors or in key areas of your home can further strengthen your spiritual boundaries. These stones can absorb, and some can also transmute negative energy. So this can really help to keep your space energetically clear. Remember, protection is most effective when you set clear intentions. So each layer, whether it's salt or the candle or the crystals, should be placed with the intention of safeguarding your space and keeping unwanted energies at bay. Before we move on to actually locking mirrors, if you're getting value from this video right now, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you'd love to learn more things, all witchy and shamanic witchcraft and living in harmony with the changing of the seasons and the wheel of the year. And don't forget to hit that notification bell as well, so you don't miss out on my weekly uploads here on YouTube. So now that we've covered why locking mirrors is important, and we've talked about how to layer your protection, let's dive into step-by-step process of actually locking mirrors. So first of all, step number 1 is to cleanse your mirror. So before you can lock your mirror, it's really essential to cleanse them and clear them of any existing energies. Mirrors will naturally absorb and reflect energy, so you want to start with a clean slate. You can do this by burning cleansing herbs like sage or rosemary or mugwort and letting the smoke wash over the surface of the mirror. Alternatively, you could wipe down your mirror with salt water or moon water or a combination of both. Both of these are really powerful tools for spiritual cleansing. Or you can do both. You can wash your mirror down with water. You can go for your favorite herb smoke as well, whatever works for you. But before we lock the mirror, it's really crucial to purify its energy. So using smoke or wiping your mirror down with water is going to clear away any stagnant or unwanted energies. Step number 2 is to draw protective symbols. So once your mirror is cleansed, the next step is to create a protective barrier by drawing symbols or sigils onto the mirror's surface. You can use smoke, you can use oil, you can use your finger to trace the symbol, you can use cleansed water, whatever works for you. And a common symbol for protection is the pentacle. But you could use protective runes. You could also create your own personal sigil as well that resonates with you for protection, whatever you feel drawn to. And you can draw the symbol with smoke from burning herbs. You can use your finger with oil. You could simply visualize the symbol as you trace it. So after cleansing, you'll trace your symbol for protection onto your mirror. It could be a pentacle, it could be a protective rune, it could be a symbol that holds, protective energy for you. You could create your own sigil for protecting your home. And this creates a spiritual lock on your mirror, preventing unwanted energies from passing through. Step number 3 is to seal the mirror with intention. So as you draw your symbol, I'm going to recommend you speak your intention out loud to further lock the mirror. Your intention is key to making the ritual effective, right? So you could say something like, I seal this mirror and lock it from any unwanted spirits or energies. Only light and positive energy may enter this space. And then feel the power of your words as you speak them. This is so important. Really focusing on your intention to protect your home. Your intention is what makes this ritual powerful. As you seal the mirror, again, I seal this mirror, I lock it, I will lock it from any unwanted spirits or energies, whatever words feel right for you. Number 4, the final step is to reinforce the lock by placing protective items around your mirror. So these could be crystals like black tourmaline or obsidian. These are great choices. Black obsidian will need cleansing a little bit more because it will absorb a negative energy, while black tourmaline transmutes negative energy. So that means it will turn it from negative into positive. You could also hang maybe a small protection charm above your mirror. This can act as a physical reminder of its spiritual lock, but also add those extra layers of protection on top of that as well. So there we go, folks. It is that simple. That is how easy it is to lock your mirrors. I do it with all the mirrors in my house, but there's one down here that I want to talk about, and that's my black mirror. And we're going to just touch on that briefly now because they have a very unique role in our spiritual practice. And unlike regular mirrors, which reflect physical images, black mirrors are often used intentionally for scrying, a form of divination that allows you to look beyond the physical realm and into the spiritual. Scrying with a black mirror involves gazing into the dark surface, and this acts as a portal for receiving messages from spirit guides and ancestors. Because of their specific use in connecting with the spirit world, black mirrors need to be handled with just a little bit of extra care. So when you're not actively using them for scrying or divination, it's important to lock or to cover them. So this prevents the mirror from becoming this open portal for any kind of spiritual activity that you didn't really intentionally invite. So to lock a black mirror, you can follow the exact steps that we discussed with regular mirrors. Cleanse it, draw your protective symbol, and then set your intention. You might also want to cover your black mirror with some cloth and store it in a safe place when it's not in use to keep its energy contained. You might be wondering as well, how often should I lock my mirrors? Well, while it's especially important around Samhain, when the veil is at its thinnest, you can lock your mirrors whenever you feel any kind of heightened spiritual energy, any unwanted presence in your space. For me, if I am getting dark dreams or I am seeing a lot of things in my peripheral vision, it's definitely a time for me to remember to lock my mirrors again. And many people choose to lock their mirrors during other powerful spiritual times as well, such as the full moon or maybe during Mercury retrograde, when the energies can feel a little bit chaotic and a little bit ungrounded. If you notice more spiritual activity in your home, or you just want to keep your space, sparkling clean with energy, you might want to perform this ritual once a month or whenever you feel it's needed. Just trust your intuition. It's your best guide when it comes to your spiritual protection. Locking your mirrors is a simple but a powerful ritual, especially during times like Samhain. And by taking a few moments to cleanse and protect and seal your mirror, you can ensure that your home remains safe from any unwanted spiritual activity. Remember, you can layer your protection by using lines of salt and black candles and protective crystals to create an even stronger energetic boundary. And don't forget about black mirrors either. If you're using them for scrying and divination, just make sure you lock or you cover them when they're not in use. So there we go, folks. I would love to hear about how you're preparing your space for Samhain. Are you locking your mirrors? Are you using other protective rituals? What have you got going on? I'd love to hear if you've got any celebrations happening, if you've got any rituals you're planning. Please do share your thoughts in the comment below. And if you'd like to connect with a community of like-minded people to really explore magic and seasonal rituals and spiritual protection, come and join me in my free Facebook group. It's called The Wild and Untamed Ones. It's a space where we dive into all wild things and sacred and untamed, and I'll leave the details below. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Stay wild, stay untamed, and stay cool, won't you? Have a wonderful Samhain, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.